What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. So, U.S. prosecutors are alleging that this airman who leaked the classified documents here on Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, and well, a whole bunch of things here, they're saying that he had a history of making threats and researched mass shootings, among other things. They're also saying he's a flight risk if he gets out on bail. And they're trying to prevent an Edward Snowden uh, possibility here where he could flee the country and maybe even seek refuge in Russia. Here's what they're saying here. Yeah, prosecutors are alleging that the U.S. airman had a history of making violent threats and researched mass shootings. Jack Texiera wrote on social media that he, quote, wanted to kill a ton of people as a way of calling the weak minded, quote, according to a court finding. The 18-page document also claimed the 21-year-old kept a bazooka and other weapons close to his bed. On Thursdays, prosecutors will argue he should remain in jail until his trial without bail. He's looking at up to 15 years in prison. He will appear at the detention hearing in a Massachusetts federal court. His legal team have not commented on the case, but are expecting to argue he should not be detained. The argument against him, where he served as an IT specialist in the 102nd Intelligence Support Squadron in Massachusetts, that he poses a threat to Americans and to U.S. national security. According to prosecutors, he posted repeatedly about troubling violent acts, including a potential mass shooting. He allegedly described building an assassination van, quote, and driving around shooting people in a crowded urban or suburban environment. Wow. He also allegedly searched for multiple recent mass shootings on his government computer, including Uvalde and the Las Vegas shooting. And get this, the filing also said a search of his home uncovered a virtual arsenal of weapons, including bolt-action rifles, other rifles, AR and AK style weapons, and a bazooka. Yeah. The defendant kept his gun locker with multiple weapons approximately 2 feet from his bed. It added that he was suspended from high school when a classmate overheard him making threats and discussing Molotov cocktails as well as other weapons. Wow. He discussed violence and murder online. It was prone to making, quote, racial threats, prosecutors wrote. They also said that after his arrest, the FBI found a tablet, a laptop, and an Xbox gaming console at his home and had been smashed and placed in a dumpster. Yeah, you can see a picture here of some of it. Yikes. Yeah, so you guys can let me know your thoughts here. Do you think he should get bail? He had a bazooka by his bed. Yeah. And he searched for a lot of this stuff on his government computer. That's being brash, to say the least. Also, it's been revealed here that Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell was duped by Russian hackers or pranksters who claim to be Ukrainian President Zelensky and straight up fooled him. And we know this because recordings of it have now been leaked online. Yeah. Yeah, so apparently Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell actually spoke with these two pranksters or hackers from Russia, whatever you want to call them here, back in January. They recorded the conversation. Jerome Powell is saying that it was edited, so we don't know exactly, what was cut and what wasn't. Um, but it does kind of now he's saying, and from the conversation, apparently there wasn't a lot of sensitive information revealed, or not much at all. So he's saying that, he wouldn't say really anything that maybe he wouldn't say in a press conference or something like that. But it does find it alarming that they were able to get direct access to him. You guys can let me know your thoughts here on this. Yeah. Also, here we're getting more and more details on the Tucker Carlson firing, as it is looking more and more like he was fired and not a mutual agreement to let him go. Tucker Carlson actually went on Twitter today and posted a video out of the blue, and it got almost 60 million views here already. And here's what he had to say. Take a listen to this.
Good evening, it's Tucker Carlson. One of the first things you realize when you step outside the noise for a few days is how many genuinely nice people there are in this country. Kind and decent people, people who really care about what's true, and a bunch of hilarious people also, a lot of those. It's got to be the majority of the population, even now. So that's heartening. The other thing you notice when you take a little time off is how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television are. They're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. In 5 years, we won't even remember that we had them. Trust me, as someone who's participated. And yet at the same time, and this is the amazing thing, the undeniably big topics, the ones that will define our future, get virtually no discussion at all. War, civil liberties, emerging science, demographic change, corporate power, natural resources. When was the last time you heard a legitimate debate about any of those issues? It's been a long time. Debates like that are not permitted in American media. Both political parties and their donors have reached consensus on what benefits them, and they actively collude to shut down any conversation about it. Suddenly, the United States looks very much like a one-party state. That's a depressing realization, but it's not permanent. Our current orthodoxies won't last. They're brain dead. Nobody actually believes them. Hardly anyone's life is improved by them. This moment is too inherently ridiculous to continue, and so it won't. The people in charge know this. That's why they're hysterical and aggressive. They're afraid. They've given up persuasion. They're resorting to force. But it won't work. When honest people say what's true, calmly and without embarrassment, they become powerful. At the same time, the liars who've been trying to silence them shrink, and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope. See you soon.
I found that interesting because a lot of the things that he talked about, the topics, are literally what we talk about here on our YouTube channel on a daily basis. And the nice thing is we don't have a master to serve here on our YouTube channel. We don't have a network that is telling us what to cover here, or a boss telling us what to cover here on a daily basis. We literally can talk about anything here, and nobody's telling us what to talk about. And if you know anything about me, I pride myself on not being a Republican or not being a Democrat. And in fact, if you've watched me over the course of time, you'll see people in the comments saying, Jimmy, you're a Republican. Jimmy, you're a Democrat. Jimmy, why do you show Fox News? Jimmy, why do you show CNN? And really, I kind of like that about myself because I am willing to show anything from anywhere, and I have no agenda from either party. In fact, if you read a comment about me lately, you'll say, why is he showing Fox News? Why is he showing CNN? It's because I'm not from either party. If I see something and it's relevant, it doesn't matter where the source is from because I'm not from either party. And that's just the reality. I'm a realist. I just look at any individual issue and I just think about it. I don't just vote either way down the line. So let me know your thoughts here. I found it very interesting. Also, before we go, I wanted to show you guys this. Jerry Springer passed away today. at age 79. Yeah, he was definitely a hallmark. Who didn't know Jerry Springer, right? Even if you didn't watch the show, I mean, I don't even know if he has a show here or hadn't had it for a while. Definitely a well-known. Everybody knows who Jerry Springer is. Passed away, they said, peacefully here today at age 79. So God bless him and his family. Um, nobody will forget Jerry Springer. So today was his day to go on to heaven at age 79. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I'll keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country on a daily basis with no agenda from either party. So if you haven't yet, make sure to click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out here on our YouTube channel every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thanks for hitting the like button and sharing these videos. It helps out our YouTube channel. Here's some videos you should watch next. Here is the video about the bill that was just passed in the House of Representatives with massive details on it. And here's a new rule by President Biden that is actually going to cost millions of Americans more money. Very interesting. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.